What's up, fam? Brandon Walker, more Cowbell, the Mississippi State podcast presented by SEC Country. Coming to you from the beautiful SEC Country studios here in downtown Dunwoody, Georgia. I don't know if we're downtown. I don't know where we are. We're right off the interstate, right off 285. Here in Atlanta, Georgia. Got a lot to talk about today. We'll get to it. We'll start the podcast in about 5 minutes. It's interesting times out there. Interesting things going on. Some goings-on that are happening back in Mississippi involve my hometown, Point City. Point City, the best high school football team in the state this year. Had the best high school football player in the state this year. We'll talk about that as we start our podcast in about 5 minutes. Until then, let's let everybody get in here. Let's let everybody join in, populate the chat here, see how many people. We got about 100 so far. Good. That's a good start. Good morning, everybody. Hail State from Saltillo, from West Virginia. Bonnie Williamson Gables here. Hail State from Arkansas. Paula Pace, thank you for joining the show. Jackson by way of Pearl, hello. Lewis Williamson says Pearl is number one, and we all know that's not true. That's laughable. Hail State from my mail truck in Columbus, Mississippi. Thank you for delivering the mail. Rain, snow, sleet, or shine. Is that right? Rain, snow, sleet, or shine? Something like that. I got it all wrong, but you know.
I was trying to think of the correct way to say it, but I don't know.
Yeah. The mail people, they're always working, though. Always working. More Cowbell from Hoover, Alabama. Traveling to Calgary, says Alan Henry. Hail State from Meridian, Lakeland, Florida, Gulfport. Ringgold, Georgia is here. Dennis Morgan checking in from Montpelier, Mississippi, which I don't know if I'd have told anybody that. I'm not sure anybody on this entire chat knows where Montpelier, Mississippi, other than me. I know where it is.
Where is it?
It's in northwest Clay County.
I knew that.
Population, what else is in Clay County?
Other thing, McDonald's.
There is a McDonald's, yes.
Yeah, I told you.
There's one McDonald's in Clay County. The entire county, yes. Hail State from Little Rock, Winona, West Union, Ohio, Ontario, California. Hello, Steve C. Good morning. The big city of Holcomb, Mississippi, which I'm sure you just made up. Orla, Texas. Sean Bozeman checking in this morning. Gonna talk recruiting. Gonna talk Marcus Murphy. Terp, am I losing my voice? It seems to be going away pretty quickly.
I don't think so. I think you're fine.
I'm fine? Doesn't feel great out here.
Are you still sick?
I've been sick for a week and a half. It's been ridiculous.
Have you been to a doctor yet?
No, I haven't. Why go to a doctor for a head cold?
Do they usually last a week?
I could be dying. This could be it.
All right. R.I.P.
This could be it for me. Not feeling great, but we'll get through it. So Marcus Murphy will be the topic of conversation on the podcast today. Marcus Murphy, the talented safety out of West Point, Mississippi, Point City, or receiver, whatever you want to call him. I do have some inside information that I'll share a little bit. We'll also talk about basketball. Mississippi State at Cincinnati tonight. Big opportunity. We'll talk about how State can finish strong in recruiting. And then instead of today's top five, I want to feel good about myself because most of the topics here are not going to make me feel good about Mississippi State. So we're going to finish with a shot of Jack. That'll help me out, right? Instead of going to the doctor, I'll just have a shot of Jack. We'll have 3 clips from Jack Crystal. Those always go over well. Those always finish the day on a good note. So that's what we'll do. Terp, are you ready?
Yes, the doctor's ready. Someone said Dr. Terp because I told you to go to the doctor.
Play the damn song.
The More Cowbell Show, brought to you by SEC Country. And now, your host of the More Cowbell Show, Brandon Walker.
That's me, Brandon Walker, more Cowbell, the Mississippi State podcast presented by SEC Country. Coming to you from the SEC Country studios here in beautiful Dunwoody, Georgia. Got Terp on the other side of the glass. Somebody else in there, too. They're doing a fine job this morning. I'm doing a fine job this morning. We're going to talk about recruiting. We're going to talk about Point City. What's happening in Point City? What's going on in Point City? A lot of you kind of want to know that, so I'm going to answer that question. We'll talk about basketball, Mississippi State going to, well, I skipped one, didn't I? We'll talk about recruiting, how it's going to finish, how Joe Moorhead could possibly finish his first recruiting season on a high note. I'm not sure I believe in that right now, but I'm going to try to talk myself through it. We'll talk about basketball. They go to Cincinnati tonight with a big opportunity to go up and play a ranked team on the road. I don't know if the path to victory is as bad as I thought it was. I looked at it this morning. I have not talked myself into thinking State can win this game. I'm not really sure I believe in our team yet, but I look at Cincinnati, and I think there's a lot more opportunity to win this game than I thought yesterday. So we'll talk about that. And to end the show today, we'll have a shot of Jack. No today's top 5 today. We'll have a shot of Jack because I want to end on a good note, a happy note. The greatest play-by-play announcer of all time. I want to have a shot of Jack. 3 Jack Crystal clips to finish our show today. Before I get to all that, well, you know what? Not before I get to all that. Let's just get to all that. Marcus Murphy is a 4-star athlete out of West Point, Mississippi. He is the best prospect in the state of Mississippi, the best high school football player in the state of Mississippi, played on the best team in Mississippi. He is 15 minutes from Starkville. He is Mississippi State's best committed player for the 2018 class. If you saw last night, if you've been reading message boards or Twitter, maybe you've seen that Marcus Murphy is starting to flirt with Tennessee a little bit, potentially going on a visit there this weekend. Does Mississippi State have anything to worry about as far as Marcus Murphy and Tennessee? And I'm here to tell you, with my West Point ties, that yes, Mississippi State does have something to worry about with Tennessee and Marcus Murphy. I don't have any news of a flip. I'm not breaking any news of a flip to Tennessee, but I'm just saying that it's a lot bigger fight for Mississippi State than it was a week ago. It's a much bigger fight for Mississippi State than it was 2 days ago. It is a fight. It is going to be an uphill battle for Mississippi State to keep Marcus Murphy in its 2018 class. This is important. It's not over. There's still 8 days. There's still 8 days before the early signing period, and Marcus Murphy is an early enrollee. He will sign December 20th, and he will enroll early wherever he goes. Tennessee has come out of nowhere, and they've come big. They've come quick. And Jeremy Pruitt, we knew when Tennessee hired him, we knew when we interviewed him that Jeremy Pruitt was a great recruiter. I mean, that was his strength. John Cohen decided to go the way of Joe Moorhead with offense, and that's fine. But Jeremy Pruitt landing at Tennessee, it takes a guy that Marcus Murphy was already familiar with and puts him still in the SEC. And Jeremy Pruitt can recruit, and he has come after Marcus Murphy. It doesn't look all that good. State coaches have 8 days to reverse it. State coaches and other people that might be involved have 8 days to reverse it. As of right now, I'd have a hard time not picking Marcus Murphy to go to Tennessee. I don't want it to happen. I really hate for it to happen. I think Marcus Murphy is the best player we got. I think Marcus Murphy is going to be somebody who could make a difference at Mississippi State. He has been the biggest cheerleader in this class. He wore his state gloves to the state championship game. But I just wonder if this late push by Tennessee is something that State's going to be able to overcome. I think State has a chance. I think Marcus Murphy loves Mississippi State, but Tennessee has, they've come big time. We'll see what happens. I'm not in love with this. I don't like this at all. I don't like sitting out here and talking about it. To me, and for State fans, I'm a State fan, you guys are State fans, this is a case of here we go again. Here we go again. We hoped this crap was finished when Dan Mullen left. we hoped finishing poorly on the recruiting trail and being the victim of Flipmas was gone when Dan Mullen left. We thought it was over. We thought it left when Dan Mullen left. We thought it ended when Ole Miss got in trouble. But nothing ends when it comes to cutthroat recruiting in the Southeastern Conference. It just doesn't. You can say, oh, Ole Miss got in trouble, so they can't do whatever they wanted to do. They're still going to do it. Other teams are still going to do it. And it might be Ole Miss this year that's your enemy that tries to flip everybody. It might be Auburn one year. It might be Tennessee, but it's never going to stop. When you have a guy like Marcus Murphy, who could legitimately be a difference maker on either side of the ball he chooses, State chooses to have him offensively, you're going to have sharks in the water all the way up until the moment he signs. Has the coaching staff Joe Moorhead has assembled, and is Joe Moorhead prepared to fight these battles? Because there is a battle going on now. To me, and we're family, right? State fans, you come to the show, you enjoy the show, I enjoy doing the show. We talk about Point City a lot. Point City means a whole lot to me. Proud of where I come from, proud of the football. This would be the second West Point guy in 3 years to go elsewhere. And that would really suck for me. I wouldn't like that at all. But this one's a much bigger deal. Hanging on to Marcus Murphy, if State can do it, would be a much bigger deal than hanging on to, or getting Scott Lashley would have been 2 years ago. Scott Lashley, nothing against him, but was a huge recruit because of his potential. He is potentially a very good football player. Marcus Murphy is a good football player right now. Right now, he's a great football player. You know, he's not raw. You don't have to develop him. You just pick a spot and you plug him in. Lashley might become a good player, although at Alabama he's never going to get that chance. But Murphy's a good player now. This is a big deal. And you see State fans on the message boards, six-pack, Elite Dogs, whatever it is, and they're saying, don't worry about it, Murphy is in the bag or whatever. I'm just not sure that's true. And you need to pay attention because this Tennessee thing is real. And it's going to be tough to overcome. I wish I had better news. I wish I was able to say, don't worry about it. Everything's all good. It's all good in the hood. Everybody chill out. But that's not where I'm at right now. Maybe tomorrow I come back and say, crisis averted. Maybe later today I'll tweet out, hey, we got through it. We'll just have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. Somebody on the Facebook Live says, you're supposed to be the king of Point City. How do you let this happen? Again, see, this is what happens. All right? It ain't my fault. I didn't do anything to anybody. I live in Atlanta. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's not over. That's the most important thing. The thing with Marcus Murphy is it was assumed State would just cruise to signing day and sign him. But now the waters have gotten rough. Can the coaches navigate those waters? That is the first big challenge for Joe Moorhead and his staff. Can they navigate these rough waters between the end of the season and signing day? Because Dan Mullen never really did it very well. And if you can't do it very well, you're going to be behind in the SEC. It sucks. It stinks that that's a thing in 2017 recruiting, but it is. And it'll be that way in 2018 and 19 and 20 and 21. This is the first major challenge for this coaching staff is holding this recruiting class together, and it starts with Marcus Murphy, the number one linchpin of the class. So on recruiting, we'll move forward a little bit. On recruiting, there are still positives out there that State can win. There are still battles out there that State can win. Can any good come of this? Yes. You got guys like four-star Corion Harris out of Landry Walker High School, a cornerback down in Louisiana. You got four-star Devontae Jason out of Louisiana, Keaton Thompson's former teammate. These are both players that it looks like State has a very good chance with. Jerome Carvin, an offensive tackle out of Memphis Cordova, I think. These are all players State has a good chance with. If you finish with Murphy, if you finish with Harris, if you finish with Jason, you have won recruiting. You've done very well. I'd give State about a 25% chance to do that. But State's could be in a very good position if Moorhead can answer this challenge. You hire a guy, you pay him $2.7 million a year. You're asking him to do a tough job. There's nothing easy about coaching in the SEC, and coaching doesn't end when the last game ends. Coaching nowadays is as much about December as it is about September, especially with the early signing period. John Cohen took a risk by hiring Moorhead, who had never, kind of proven he could recruit down here. We'll see. The next 2 weeks are very, very big for the honeymoon phase of Joe Moorhead at Mississippi State. Very big. I'm personally fine with it. Even if we lost a Marcus Murphy, I wouldn't really panic that much because at the end of the day, it's a player. It's one player. And I think there's enough coming back next year that Moorhead can make a statement with his first team, and we could get over it. I would hate it. It would suck. But I'd be okay. A lot of State fans wouldn't be okay, and that's fine. That's fine. We watched Dan Mullen do this for 9 years. I was hoping this stuff was finished. I almost cussed. But it's not. We'll see. Taming the Bearcats. Mississippi State going against Cincinnati tonight. And we are going to have a shorter show today because, as you can tell from my voice, that I am physically dying. And this might be the last show. I'm working through it. But
can I take over?
Would you please?
Yeah.
It's getting worse as we go along. What would you talk about, Turp?
Food. All the food that I like.
Good God.
I know all these fans would love it.
Good God. All right. Mississippi State playing Cincinnati on ESPN2 tonight. Our first real big opportunity and a nice win in 2017. State's 8-0. Playing pretty well, although hard to tell against the schedule State has played so far, but all you can ask a team is to beat the teams they play. And State's played 8 teams, and they've beaten 8 teams. Now you're asking them to play a much better team on the road. It will be a tough environment. It will be the toughest environment State's faced this year, the best team State's faced this year. However, if you would have asked me yesterday, can State win this game, I would have told you flat out, no, they cannot. There's nothing I've seen from Mississippi State this year, even with an 8-0 start, that they can go on the road and beat a Cincinnati. I'm backing off of that. I think State has an opportunity tonight to go out there and shock some people in college basketball. Now, am I setting myself up for a disappointing 30-point loss? Possibly. But Cincinnati is 7-2. They don't have one star. They're just they're across the board. They're balanced. All 5 starters average between 9 and 13 points. So they kind of kill you with paper cuts. They kill you all the way around the board. They don't just beat you with one guy. I kind of like that. I think that matches up pretty well for State. But here's the thing. Cincy is 7-2, and they're ranked. They have 0 good wins. They have the same amount of good wins that Mississippi State has. They played 2 ranked teams, Xavier and Florida. They lost by 13 and lost by 6. They're 0-2 against ranked teams, 7-0 against everybody else. I talked about State's schedule and how it's not all that good. Here are Cincinnati's wins. Savannah State, Western Carolina, Coppin State, Buffalo, Richmond, Wyoming, and Alabama State. That's not all that good. That is not all that good. The opportunity is here for Ben Howland's first major victory at Mississippi State in his 3rd year, and I'm guessing that's how he's looking at it too. I'm guessing they're on that plane or they're in Cincinnati right now, and Ben Howland thinks this is his opportunity to finally break through a little bit. Can it happen? I don't know, but I feel a lot better about it than I did yesterday. Cincinnati is ripe for the picking. They are ripe. They can be beat. The opportunity is here for this team. And Terp, since I'm dying.
Yeah, it's gotten worse.
Yeah, it has gotten worse. Since I'm dying, I want you to have all my stuff.
Okay.
All right?
Cool.
I want you to have my Nintendo Entertainment System.
Thank you.
My collection of little tiny sportsmen starting lineup figures, and a half a share of Eastern Airlines stock.
Awesome.
You get nothing, Landshark, and like it. You'll get my scarf collection. How about that? But since I'm a heterosexual male, I don't have a scarf collection or a scarf. All right. Since I am dying, we're going to go ahead and play the greatest play-by-play announcer. Since my voice is given out, let's give you a good voice. Let's give you the greatest voice that ever did this, the greatest voice that ever sat behind a microphone and did college sports. You can hear your Georgia fans, your Tennessee fans say their guy was the best that did it for 40 years, or my guy was the best, or Eli Gold, who is awful at Alabama, he's the best, whatever. None of them are right. Jack Crystal was the best. There are so many things. I'm 38 years old. There's so many things in my life. I've watched Mississippi State compete in a lot of sports, and I've rarely had the opportunity to say State's the best in this one thing. But when it came to Jack Crystal and who we had on the microphone, I could absolutely say we had the best. So today we're going to play 3 basketball clips, and I'm going to react. We're going to sit back and enjoy the tones of Jack Crystal. We got 3, since the big basketball game tonight, we got 3 separate clips here of basketball victories. Go ahead, Turp, play clip number 1.
So it's a pretty simple scenario with Kentucky leading 76-73 and 5 seconds to go. The scenario is this: get the ball inbounds. We're speaking of Mississippi State. Put in the hands of a shooter who can shoot with 3-point range, whatever that might be. It's anywhere in the arena now. 3 points is anywhere in the arena. And obviously past the 3-point mark.
SEC
Kentucky,
tournament.
the scenario is
2007.
don't let the guys in the white shirts make a 3-point basket.
How long is this clip, Turp?
That little timeout is over.
Another 30 seconds.
Mississippi
Okay.
State's going to inbound the pass, and Kentucky is going to extend their defense and try to retard the progress of the ball up the floor. Only 5 seconds on the clock. They put it in the hands of Jamont Gordon. Gordon driving it up the floor. Gordon pulling it up, firing for 3. Got it! With the clock running out, Gordon just hit the 3 and got it. This ball game is tied. Tie ball game at 76. Gordon hits a 3-pointer at the buzzer. We're
Damn right he did.
Right now with a tie ball game and overtime upcoming to hear.
That's the 2007 SEC tournament. Mississippi State playing against Kentucky. It wasn't a classically great Kentucky team. But Jamont Gordon hitting that 3 to tie it. Eventually, Mississippi State won that game in overtime. Oh, my God, that was great. I love that entire clip. I wish you'd had the whole game. I just sat here and listened to the whole game. That was fantastic. We have 2 more clips. Play the second one. What was that? That was it?
The file that is there is not. It's not good. Give me 1 sec.
What is wrong with
The
you?
file's only on one channel.
And you'll get it up?
Yeah, give me 1.
All right, I'll give him 1 second. That's obviously the 1991 SEC championship when Mississippi State beat LSU 76-73 in the Humphrey Coliseum. State wins the outright title, or ties for it with LSU, for the first time since 1963, first time in 28 years. That team of Cameron Burns, Greg Carter, Todd Merritt, Carl Nichols, Doug Hartsfield, Tony Watts, Orion Watson, Nate Morris, Ira Peterson, Brad Smith. Am I missing somebody? Keith Hooper. I think I nailed. David Domain was on that team.
You ready?
I'm just.
Should work.
Can I get to the managers and the cheerleaders?
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Running down. Carter plays it up. Ball game is over. Mississippi State is the Southeastern Conference co-champions with the LSU Tigers. Wrap this championship in maroon and white in the Humphrey Coliseum. There's bedlam on the floor. The Bulldogs have defeated the LSU Tigers 76-73.
All right, listen, Turp, this is between me and you, all right? Don't tell my wife I'm telling you this. When I do die, I don't know, I think it'll be 90 years from now, but when I do go, I don't want them to play music at my funeral. I want them to take that clip right there. That clip of him saying, wrap this championship in maroon and white. I want that clip played at my funeral on an endless loop. In fact, I don't even have to be there. Y'all can just throw me in the ground and then have a party where you just listen to Jack Crystal clips. Throw me in the ground, put a flower on top, and go listen to that clip, because if there's anything that sums up what I'm about, it's that clip right there. Oh, my goodness, that was fantastic. Do we have another one? I mean, that was the best one ever.
Yeah, we have one more.
We have one more? Play it then. Hurry up.
Bulldogs will inbound the basketball on the defensive end of the floor. Gary Irvin will bring it up, and Irvin will work against the man-to-man defense to Timmy Bowers. Bowers from deep outside, clock down to 8 seconds, 8.5 seconds, starts to drive, cut off on the wing. Timmy still goes baseline, pumps, fakes, shoots, scores! 1 second on the clock. Timmy Bowers has scored. Bulldogs lead 82-81 in overtime. Long pass up the floor. Batted away. The Mississippi State Bulldogs are the Southeastern Conference champions. Wrap it in maroon and white.
And what a way to win it.
82. Alabama 81. Unbelievable.
I'll be honest with you, Jack. There weren't many people sitting in this.
I mean, I'm going to take back what I said earlier, all right, about my funeral where I'm in the ground and there's a flower on top. Play that clip. Play that clip. In fact, just play that clip whenever I walk into a room. Whenever I walk into a room, like I'm too old to go to clubs, but if I walked into a club, I want the door to open and maroon and white light behind me, and I want Jack Crystal saying, Mississippi State Bulldogs are the Southeastern Conference champions. I want that every day of my life. If you could take that clip out and you could just grind it up into a fine powder and put it into a syringe, I would just take it right here in my veins. I need that in my veins. I need that coursing through me every single day. When somebody asks me, how you doing, Brandon? The Mississippi State Bulldogs are the Southeastern Conference champions. That's what I want to be able to say every time. All right. So, podcast guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. We had a good time today. Got through some tough subjects, and we were able to celebrate a shot of Jack. I think you needed it. I needed it. We all needed it. Until next time, Facebook Live, here I come. I'm Brandon Walker. You've been listening to More Cowbell, the Mississippi State podcast presented by SEC Country. I didn't want to say this on the podcast, but the one part I don't like about that clip is where Jim Ellis talks over him at the end. Now, I have no disrespect to Jim Ellis. He's great, too. But like that's like the Sistine Chapel of Jack Crystal clips, and then at the very end, Jim Ellis throws a bucket of red paint on it. And I just you know, he didn't mean to. He didn't mean to. It's just, it's just one of those things. Love Jim Ellis. He's from Point City, too. Everybody, Joy D says Jack was the best ever, period. Yes, that's right. Go get better. I don't want to be stuck with Terp, says Lee Jennings. I don't think anybody would want to be stuck with Terp. I assume his mom loves him, but I'd have to verify that. What do you think, Terp? Your mom love you?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Well,
yes.
We'd have to hook her up to a lie detector test and let me find out for real. Great passion in today's show. Thank you, Danny Pinter. Just can't understand Nero going to Florida Atlantic. Kane Martin. So Nero Nelson, who's going to Florida Atlantic, didn't choose to go to Florida Atlantic. He's going out of necessity. He was not going to be part of Mississippi State's class. Period. Fabian Franklin, who decommitted from Mississippi State to go to TCU. None of these decommits that have happened so far matter at all. The kicker doesn't matter. Ladarius Bishop, the cornerback from Arkansas, okay, that probably matters a little bit. But Nero Nelson, nothing. Fabian Franklin, nothing. Marcus Murphy is the biggest one who's come up that could potentially affect Mississippi State's class. That would be a killer. That would be a killer. And I hope State's able to rally, because right now it looks like it's the bottom of the seventh and State's down a run. Will we ever see Terp, says Blake Thompson. Again, we saw him last week. Everybody wants to see Terp.
Yeah.
And Landshark.
I don't blame him.
We just saw him last week.
Yeah.
Jay Hammer says, so Brandon, you say we have an uphill battle with Murphy. Are you saying basically that Tennessee is now his favorite? Yes, I am saying that. Timothy Tyler met Jack Crystal once face-to-face immediately after the 97 Egg Bowl. That's very unfortunate timing. Timothy Tyler, you could have said any game in the world, and I would have thought Jack Crystal would have been fine, but after the 97 Egg Bowl, that is not great timing. How do you think the women will do against Oregon? Probably pretty well. State women are very, very good. I know Oregon's a very good team, a top 10 team, but I trust Vic Schaefer to win that game. What's the real story with Tennessee and West Point? The real story is it's going to be a fight. It's going to be one hell of a fight. And punches have been thrown. That's maybe if you saw me at lunch, I'd tell you the real story. But right now, we'll just settle with it's going to be a fight. Bishop is the only one that matters so far. Murphy told Paul Jones State has nothing to worry about. What happened with that? Why do you think a recruit is going to tell a recruiting reporter everything? He's not. Plus, that quote is from 4 days ago. Things change a lot in 4 days, 3 days, whatever it was. Can we bring Ken to the fight? Well, possibly. Canizero? Yeah, that'd be something. I'm not holding out on you, Kane Martin. I'm protecting my source here. Drew Newell has a nice comment. You guys should read it. Kenny Manning. Hello, Kenny. Good to have you, man. Thank you for being here. Kenny Manning, who gifted us with this. This beautiful. And then Bonnie Williamson Gable gifted us with this. And then Steve C with this. And nobody gifted me with this. And Baby Bell is hiding back here. All right. Is this Pruitt trying to get back at us for not hiring him? Heath Morrison. I will admit, that thought came to my head, but I don't think so. I think guys are too professional for that. I think it's just Pruitt, who's a good recruiter, knowing that Marcus Murphy's a great recruit. And Tennessee doesn't want to lose anymore, so they're going all in on guys like Marcus Murphy, and that makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't anybody want Marcus Murphy? Why wouldn't anybody make a run at Marcus Murphy? He's a fantastic player. He's an all-SEC type on the defensive side of the ball, and he could be an all-SEC type on the offensive side of the ball. He's that good. He's electric. Feels like the ground is shaking under us right now, recruiting-wise, says Stephanie Walker. Yeah. And doesn't that suck? I thought it was over. I thought our recruiting would finally have some solid ground. But then Mullen leaves, kind of yanks the rug out from under us. And, Moorhead, I don't know how much of it is Moorhead's fault or it isn't Moorhead's fault. I mean, you lose the coach, you lose this, you got an ace recruiter going to Tennessee. It's just a combination of factors that is really not that great. Is that an old helmet? Yes, Kenny, it's an old helmet. I've told y'all that many times. I'm trying to get a new helmet, but they haven't given me one yet. Hey, who's going to be in Jacksonville? Who's going to be in Jacksonville? I'm going to be there. Terp's not going to be there. Landshark, you going to Jacksonville? Probably not.
I'll be there.
Huh?
I'm gonna be there.
Why?
As a fan.
No, it's sunny in Jacksonville. You wouldn't do very well. I
do great in sun. Been through this.
You do not. You look at you.
I tan in the summer.
You don't.
True.
You don't tan in the summer.
Yes, I do.
You look like a Band-Aid that somebody took a red magic marker on top.
It's winter and snowy outside.
You look up. What is that? Turn that down. Let's see. The sun will come out tomorrow. After all, tomorrow's another day. Steve C. Yes, I agree. Drew Newell with a good chance. A good comment here, and I didn't see the whole thing, but I think he said, "Guys, if we don't recruit players that are susceptible to being bought, we wouldn't recruit good players." That's right. Listen, Tennessee and other teams aren't coming after 3-star nobodies. They're coming after Marcus Murphy, who's a great player. It would be worth it if we won that battle. I mean, that's they come after good players. If you want to recruit good players, this is the cost of doing business. Where's Steve Robinson? I have no idea. I think he's in Hattiesburg. I was going to have him on the show today, but he didn't want to be here. He's covering the All-Star practice. Steve Claycomb says every recruiting change has lost commits. We can't blame Moorhead for this. I agree. I don't think you can blame Moorhead for this. I don't think you can blame Moorhead at all. It just is what it is. All right. Terp, we're going to cut it a little short today because I need to go lay down and go into a coma. All right. You think I can take a nap? Can I take a nap in that room? It's very dark in that room.
It is very dark.
Would it bother you if I took a nap? If I was just laying under the table right there taking a nap?
No, as long as you're out of here by 2 o'clock.
What the hell kind of nap is an hour and 39 minutes? That's not a nap.
That's a nice nap.
No, it's not.
What is a nap?
3 hours.
No.
I want a nap where you wake up and drool's coming out and you have no idea what day it is. That's the nap I take.
It's a pretty long nap.
When you wake up and think, oh, I got to go to work, and it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
35 minutes is perfect nap time.
35 minutes?
35 minutes, yep. You get rest, then you wake up and you didn't waste much of your day and you're energized. 35 minutes.
That's the point of taking a nap, is wasting most of your day.
Well,
what
sorry.
the hell? Who are you?
I like to take naps to rest. Rest up.
Tim White says a minimum 3 hours. If I don't sleep at least 2 hours during a nap, what's the point of taking a nap?
To rest up.
But I haven't even gotten to the restful part at 35 minutes.
But it's a nice break in your day.
Timothy Tyler says a nap is 1 hour tops.
Thank you. See?
No, that's
correct.
not right.
It's correct. 3 hours is sleeping. He's right.
Grace Thacker Goods naps are 15 minutes. That's not a
Hey,
nap.
that's a power nap right there. Powerful.
I didn't know this was such a hot topic. 3 hours of sleeping? Yeah, I mean, I want my nap to be sleep. I want to wake
Then
up.
it's sleep, not a nap.
Siestas are good.
Caesar's here.
What's a siesta? Oh, good. Good timing. Come here. Come here.
Siesta is
Stop.
a nap.
I'm going to ask him.
Oh, okay.
What's a siesta?
It's kind of like fiesta, but partying.
Nap. Look at those moves.
I regret that just happened. I wish that had not happened just now. 2 hours, 12 to 2, Carlton Sim says. My naps are 3 hours minimum. Brandon, I'm on your side. Zach Allred. This is a divisive issue we have started.
This is a big topic.
This is a big topic. We got guys on my side, guys on your side, people telling me to get to the doctor. What was that? Well, it's like a fiesta except you sleep. What was that?
That's great.
That was embarrassing. Like people are gonna judge us now. A siesta is a nap. A fiesta is partying. Thank you. Michael Clyburn says 2 hours, no less. 3 hours, a good power nap. Take as long as you need to feel better. Steve Claycomb.
Power nap, 20 minutes.
Danny Pinter is getting sleepy. Me too. First of all, it's dark outside. It's dark in here. It's been nothing but snow on the ground the last 3 days. There's still snow on the ground at my house. I'm sick. Terp is awfully boring. Landshark offers nothing. And then this guy comes in here doing the siesta fiesta mumbo jumbo. What the hell is going on?
We have a definition from Blake Thompson. You want to read that? Of a nap?
Noun, a short sleep, especially during the day.
Short sleep.
3 hours is a short sleep.
It's not a short sleep.
That's a short sleep for
No
me.
way.
How much sleep do you get? Okay, all right. This is ridiculous. How much sleep do you get per night?
Depends weekday or weekend. Last night I went to bed like 1.
What time did you get up?
8. 1 to 8. 1:30 to 8.
You got up at 8.
I was gonna say 7, but I didn't get up at 8.
First of all, you need to get more sleep.
Why?
I average 10 hours of sleep a night.
I don't get tired till past midnight.
Their crew should have a Macarena dance-off.
Who would win?
Well, he does
Caesar
like
doesn't
salsa
count.
dancing on the
He's not in
weekends.
the crew.
He's not in the crew.
part of
That's
the
right.
team.
So me, you, and Landshark?
Yeah.
Probably me.
I'll get first.
Probably me.
I'll get first place.
I mean, Landshark. Look at it. I mean,
She'll get last.
let's be honest here.
It's really between me and you.
Look at that. Look at that dance. She is the whitest person I've ever seen. There's no chance she's winning this.
Oh goodness.
She's so white she's clear. All right, she's transparent over there. 2 hour nap is a quarter of a full night's sleep. All right, this is good. I like this. He must not have kids if he isn't tired till after midnight. I'm out by 9:30.
Thank you. Confirmed. Don't have kids.
Thank you very much.
When do you go to bed?
When do I go to bed?
Yeah.
Between 11:30 and 12.
That's kind of late.
Yeah.
And when do you wake up?
About 9.
Okay.
About 9:20. 9:20.
Nice.
Huh? I'm never late. This is ridiculous. All right, guys. I'm sorry this happened. I was trying to get off. We started talking naps. Willie Harris says, let's talk football. Thank you. We're not going to talk football. We're going to go ahead and go. We'll be back tomorrow. My name is Brandon Walker. You've been listening to More Cowbell, the Mississippi State podcast presented by SEC Country.